Out of all of Satoshi Kon's films, Perfect Blue has always stood out to me the most. It gives me this surreal chill that you'd normally only feel in a David Lynch movie, but also disturb me through ideas and themes that are relatable, like in a Junji Ito manga. I've always pondered why this was, and have only recently taken the time to discover what caused it to leave such a strong impression on me. On second viewing, I learned that I felt this way because Kon's unique editing style throws you directly into the protagonist's shoes, which can touch you both subconsciously and on an emotional level. Before I start my analysis, let me first recap the story of Perfect Blue. The film follows Mima Kirigo in her decision to retire from the pop idol group Cham in favor of pursuing a career in acting. Despite how adamant she sounds about the decision to the people around her, when she's alone, she questions whether or not this is what she truly wants. As a result, Mima experiences an identity crisis as she struggles to fully dive into her new actress lifestyle without feeling that her old pop idol self would be ashamed. And when Mima agrees to act in a very humiliating scene, this triggers her feelings to escalate, and she hallucinates her own doppelganger saying, "I absolutely refuse to do this." Around the same time, a series of horrifying attacks surround her work environment, and she discovers an entire website dedicated to cataloging the ins and outs of her daily life. These events lead Mima to presume she is being stalked, and combined with her identity crisis, she becomes more and more disillusioned with reality. Perfect Blue is a film that plays with our perception of time and space. It does this by connecting the scene we're in to another scene using a similar or matching shot. Sometimes the cut is much more subtle, like in this scene. This type of cut is incredibly effective in Perfect Blue due to its medium being an animated film, and as a result, the film's transitions can be made to smoothly blend scenes together as opposed to live-action films which simply cannot do this to the same degree. Kon also uses a similar method with matching audio as a way of connecting the scenes. For example, when Mima realizes she has been a victim of stalking, we hear her voice saying, "Who are you?" At first glance, this could be interpreted as her inner thoughts in the scene, and this very well may be true. However, in the next shot it is revealed that she was just memorizing her line for the crime drama she's in. This edit further blurs the lines of what's really happening because it could be taken either way. Another method Kon uses is showing a scene out of context that relates to the prior shot, and then revealing it to be a scene that Mima's acting in. What makes these moments even more confusing is that they start to make sense in context to the main storyline, so after a certain point, they become almost indistinguishable with Mima's reality. By now, you're probably noticing a trend. Kon consistently subverts our expectations, usually during scene transitions. His rapid match cut style of editing helps sell the idea that we are experiencing the same confusion that Mima is, as well as keep us as the viewer engaged. All of these little space and time manipulations build up so gradually that while Mima is losing her grasp on reality, so are we. Not only does Perfect Blue masterfully place us into the shoes of Mima, it also acts as an inspiration for us not to let our insecurities about who we are take over our lives. Whenever we find ourselves in a place where we are almost unrecognizable to us, it's easy to have doubts about who we are and start living in the past. After all, even if the past isn't perfect, it's still a place where we feel the most comfortable. However, I believe it's only when we accept the decisions that we make as our own that we can fully recognize the person that we have become as ourselves. And that's the beauty of Perfect Blue. Well, at least my interpretation of it. There are far too many fan theories out there that would be inclined to disagree, and unfortunately we won't ever get a clear answer since Satoshi Kon passed away far too soon. But I think trying to figure out the true meaning of Perfect Blue is missing the point entirely. There is no true ending, and all that matters is what you get out of it.